Hello and welcome to a special edition of Wednesday editions. My national pickups. This is going to be a longer video, so please hang in there. I was thinking about breaking it up, but I think I'm just going to knock it all out in one. You can watch it in parts, whatever. But I went all out on some vintage. I've always talked about, picking it up in person, and that's what I did. But first, I'm just going to show you some bigger items. It's not going to be any rhyme or reason how I'm doing these. First is something that was given to me in the house. I talked about this on my live on Monday night, the Winnie the Pooh, and I'll get to that in a minute. But again, Ed, Star Wars, Hondo. I love this character in the Rebels series. He loves Breasure, and he takes him under his wing a little bit. If you ever get to see or read the comics of like bounty hunters and a young Boba Fett, it's kind of along those same lines with the bounty hunters. So this is a Galaxy Edge. So I guess he walks around Galaxy Edge. I hope he makes it into one of the live action ones. But he is a great character. Funny. He's a pirate, and it's played well in the cartoon. And I've said it before. It's a cartoon, but yet it's a main storyline in the Star Wars, especially what's going on now. So very, very excited about that to add to my Star Wars Black Series collection. Next is one of my early teens, childhood heroes. I was just looking around, trying to find stuff. And I didn't see a lot of the one side of it, and I like this type of stuff. This guy, he signs a lot in Chantilly, so I'm going to try to get it there on a couple of these, but it's Ralph Sampson. So this is, I believe this is his first cover in Houston. So I got that one. Then some Virginia ones. I try to take out the stickers so I don't have to say the line, I didn't pay sticker on any of these, and I missed these. So Ralph Sampson going the year of the Final Four, which they lost to in that. This was a great victory. Virginia beats Georgetown. Again, you see the sticker? I did not pay sticker. Art of the deal, all that stuff. And then my final one. This is the college issue that they would have. So this is Ralph. I'm waiting for you, Patrick. That would be Patrick Ewing. So I think some had the Patrick Ewing in the legs with the Virginia sneakers. I don't think that's supposed to be Ralph. It might be. I don't know. That was about the time they started wearing the sneakers to match the uniform. Next is some 8x10s I picked up on the last day. I was looking for a good deal, so I picked up this Howard Johnson, which I don't have an 8x10 of. I love 8x10s. If you didn't notice back there. I've never seen this Gary Carter picture. He had a stack. Almost bought a couple of them, but no need. No FOMO. I just got one. Usually 8x10s of Gary Carter run around. Now they're about 120 to 150. I got this one for 50, and the Hojo was $10. So, very happy with those purchases. Then on Sunday, I went and got a couple of Autographs. I've never used my VIP freebies before. I usually don't have anybody that interests me to go over and spend time, but this time it was different. I got Corey Snyder. I don't have a Corey Snyder auto. This is one of my players in my older childhood to early 20s that I really liked. He would be a player that I would look for on the front of the wrapper. I just like Corey Snyder. Don't a lot of like all stars and stuff like that. If they made the all star team for me, it meant a lot to me. Then I got I actually so I paid for Brandy Chastain, 2-time World Cup champion. Awesome. She signs it with her number, USA. Thought that was really cool. Very personable. You know, very happy to be there. But I'm not going to say the same. I don't know what these people have to go through and what their feelings are on like doing autographs, especially some old fat white middle-aged guy getting their autograph. I know they really like the women, you know, the soccer girls or females, but you know, I watched these females. I had people at the house watching these girls, these women play, and I like to get different things put on if I can, like 2-time FIFA Player of the Year, which I thought is huge. I thought that was. I was going to ask him, how do you feel about that? But Mia was kind of, she had her hat down, wasn't looking like directly like at you. You would say hi to her. She would say hi. And she'd look up to ask you what you wanted written on there. I didn't even get a smile. I just said, nice, have a nice day. Thank you very much. And she's, thank you. Never really makes eye contact. And my dad was telling me she's shy and all that, but I don't know. It was kind of awkward. But my last bigger pickup that I'm showing this way, I probably could have done it under there and moved it around a little bit. This one I saw last year at the show. This is a person that Mike knows, deals with at the Philly show a lot. So we were bundling together our stuff, and so I went ahead and picked this up. And I mean, I was telling y'all I didn't have as much money. I ended up having more money than I thought. I had more money because I worked a lot there in the last month or so, 6 weeks. And this is a payoff for working that much. And I'll talk more about that on Saturday. But this is a Johnny Bench Partridge Meats with Big League Energy. This was just a regional Cincinnati, Ohio, and it's his rookie year. So it says 1968 to 70 Partridge Meats, and it's a excellent 5. So this is the one I stumped Mangini on. He never heard of this issue, never seen it. I was proud of that. I like picking up food. I mean, I've talked about a lot, food and beverage. I like picking up the oddball stuff, which I'll have another one later. Of players I love and like, and especially if it's my PC, and y'all know Johnny Bench is huge in my PC. So this one is means a lot to me. I do have a perfect fit. I didn't want to put it on there to make it glare more than it already will, and to put up in my room. I just got to find a spot for it. I'm starting to run out of room, so I got to be more selective and start pulling stuff down, which is fine. I'm more than happy to take something down to put this one up because this is one I like to look at on occasion. I asked my group, and I'm saying it's long and I'm babbling, but you know, sometimes I just like to look at my collection and sitting there on display and just hard for young Scott to believe that older Scott has this collection. So now I'm going to switch it and start showing the regular size to, more stuff I can show regularly. Let's see. Whoops. Was not what I wanted to do. I had it all set up, and then, of course, we do it like this. Our normal setup for Wednesdays. First, I just want to show off stuff I got from housemates and friends of the community. This I love this one. This is Winnie the Pooh. It's from the Lorcana. I don't have this one. I had the other one that goes with this one. So love this, Winnie. Thank you very much for this couple of things. And he's got a couple more from him. It's kind of stuff just thrown together. This one here was huge. Garrett Card Cutter. Man, hooked me up with this. Just blew me away. I get blown away with anything, but this type of thing, I was just, it's out of 10, 5-star. Tom Glavine has a wonderful auto anyway. And then the patch. It almost looks like an upside down part of the jersey. So it's a beautiful, beautiful card. Thank you, Garrett. Next is going to be more people in the community, some specialty cards. Of course, John's always got to have his newest Wade Boggs entry, which I did see him have some private time with him on Sunday, which was awesome. This Warren Spahn, I think this one also came from Ed. And correct me if I'm wrong. I can't really remember if it was Ed or not, or Dave. But yeah, Warren Spahn, I did not have that auto, so thank you very much, Mets auto. And here, this is Big Smooth, great guy. He gave these out on the night of Filmington and Mike and Silver Jackify get together. The Hot Tui, Too Easy card. And they were, I got the green parallel out of 20. So that was kind of funny, and I appreciate that. But we're not done. So then he's got the BBC Sports Card Hall of Fame card. Ed in his suit. Funny. Eddie Money, Wesker Griff. Then he's got Filmington, Too Easy card. And then he's got our boy Mike O in his thinking pose. You see that a lot on my channel, but on the back it says, Mike O, I sell wax. That's the greatest one of them all. Thank you, Jeremy, for that. That was super awesome, dude. Then Scott, Reindeer Studios, sees me and goes, man, I have too many of these. Was thinking of you. Sure, you have one. But man, here's another one. And you think it's 87 tops, but it's the Tiffany. So you can't have too many of these. Of course, I have it, have a couple, but this one is minty, minty fresh. This would be one I'll probably get graded if we ever get it back to reasonable prices with PSA for my run on that. Then Mike said he was opening right before I opened the Sus Fabian East Connecticut sports cards. I finally said it right on the first take. So this is Francisco Lindor on the collector's box, Series 2. You see the numbering there. So thank you, Mike, for that. And then the David Wright 89 35th anniversary. Uh, yeah, David Wright. Awesome cards. You gotta like when somebody opens something and they're thinking of you when they see stuff. It's awesome. Then more Scott, Reindeer Studios. And I'm pissed at myself. I have misplaced two that I actually bought from his card machine he had at the show at the Thursday night get together. I have a Hank Aaron variant that he made and a Boba Fett card. Beautiful cards. Love this one and this Campy. Just beautiful. Because I was hoping to get enough where I could start a nice little display of his cards, and you can buy some of those on Etsy, which I probably will go and get the Quan if he has any left. This is coming from Joe, Dr. Exclusive. Peter Bondra, Young Guns. Love this card. Don't have it. I love Peter Bondra. Younger Scott. He's one of my favorite caps of all time. He was saying he thinks he's going to get in the Hall. I don't know. He played on some bad teams, but that doesn't matter. And then he box topper of Alex Ovechkin, which I did not have. Just awesome. I think he's got one more year, maybe 2 more years for his contract. He said after that he's retiring. So a great player. So I got this one, and I cannot remember in the house because it was just stuff going back and forth. That Wednesday night, we get in the house, we go through the show, and before the show and after the show, everybody's just handing each other stuff. It was great. I was tired. It was a long day, long couple of days to get there. And that first day, Wednesday, you get there. I go and get my VIP in the morning. I go pick up people at the airport, go back to the house. And it's just craziness. And before we knew it, it was after 3:30. And we're like, darn, we need to get to the show. And that's when we realized, there's not enough parking there. And it wasn't even half full. And I say, well, this is going to get crazy this weekend. So Tom Frankhauser auto, did not have it. I'll take any Cowboys, basically, especially older Cowboys. Thought that was pretty cool. I need to look it up just to see. I'm not familiar with him. And it might be a goof for all I know. Who knows? If you did, you got me. But anyway, Mets Pro Stamps. Now, I know these came from Ed. Mike actually bought the Phillies ones while he was there. Todd Hundley, which is one of my favorite catchers. Jose Vizcaino. Jeff Kent, who I love, who I think is getting robbed from the Hall. Just on and on. Never seen the stamps of those. So thank you very much. Then Mike O had a couple pickups from me. You might have saw he had the Mike Schmidt. He saw him at a table, which I actually bought from later. Something very unique that I've never seen before. So this is the Gary Carter disc. And I don't know if I have this disc full. I know I have the disc punched out. But I don't know if I have it full. So appreciate you, Mike, on that one. And then the Chef Boyardee. Don't know if I have just the duo of him and Larry Parrish. I might have this just single. I have a whole panel of Chef Boyardee cards that's got like Ken Griffey on it and stuff. Or no, not Ken Griffey because it's Howard Johnson. Howard Johnson. That's what it was. And then he bought me a pack of he texted me one day about a sticker book that has this picture on it. I had that sticker book as a kid. It's gone to, I think I left it in Dad's attic. Dad has been cleaning his attic. for a while. So I think I got tossed. It was probably all, after sitting in the attic, just messed up. But yeah, a seal package with Gary Carter on it. Thank you very much. Which I will talk about some sealed stuff later. I had a very not an argument, but we there's two people, me and Joe, talking very loudly, waiting to get in on Saturday about sealed product, and it was passionate, and I think you could just feel all the eyes of people kind of just stopping and listening to what we were saying. It was kind of comical. Next is going to be stuff freebies from the show. Now, this was from my VIP package. Actually, they kind of went backwards and did a little bit better this year on the VIP package. So these are heritage pictures. I think there's stuff like that they have in their next auction. I usually open and look through it. This is that cool thing that you got out of the Nike box when you sold the shoes. I guess this is from that new company with the magnetics. I don't know how to feel about it. They look pretty cool. I know people bought in bulk and stuff like that. But I don't, having this fake flip up there and stuff. I don't know how I feel about that with people, a lot of people that are very casual collectors or just not hardcore collectors like maybe some of us are. Know the difference. Because I saw this flip out on the floor and I kept having to relook and looking to be like the name of whoever was selling the flip or this card, and then they would have like Jim Mint sitting up there. And I'm like, well, that's bullshit. So, that I kind of question it a little bit. But still, I'll get over it. Old man, get off my grass moment. V Friends. It's just nice to have stuff like this to remember the show. I did finally walk by their table on Friday or Saturday evening. Just not a big Gary V fan. I like how he treats children. I like how he treats people. I do like that. But how he's so big, and I still haven't figured out the reasoning other than he has money, he can buy big cards. Because he says a lot of cliched stuff. This is a Willie Mays reprint that this company usually does at the shows. And again, just something nice to remember the National for. It's a very, very cool reprint. It's even all centered. So let's see. So we went downstairs Saturday, I think it was, maybe Friday, and it was a table with a bunch of open product just left, and we were going through it, and picked up my PC cards. I had people handing me stuff. Picked up the Zach Wilson Bang wild card, Drew Jones prospect, Mike Piazza, Francisco Lindor. I just was like, we were feeling bad because we think somebody, because it wasn't like terrible cards. They weren't great cards, but we were like, somebody opened this for a reason, and we were trying to figure it out. And yeah, so something I need to go through later. So yeah, that's gotta start getting all this stuff straight. Then me and Mike are sitting there talking to guys from SGC. Mike goes over to SGC booth and he gets personal attention. It's pretty cool. I've seen it with Bobbles as well. I've seen it with a couple other people, but it's cool. They know people. They be Roth. It's just cool to see that. And then once I was like, yeah, I submit with Mike. So I was cool. And like somebody from Heritage came over with a box of loose Power Ranger cards they were giving out. Really nice Power Ranger cards. I never got one. Sean, one of the friends of my channel and Bobbles channel, and I met through Bobbles. He had the whole set. But the guy goes, he doesn't have what you have. This is the red. It's the bad guy, which is Lord Zed. It's the Lord Zed costume, but it's numbered out of 10, red. So I like the bad guys. So I was happy to get that. Then I haven't opened this yet, but Panini had a promotional set with Caitlin Clark on the front, and I have Derek Lively II on the back, Upper Deck, VIP, Jordan, and Connor McDavid on the back. Then Leaf, Jaden Daniels, and Stephen Curry on the back. Again, cool stuff to have, just to remember to show by. Then this looks like Pokemon, but it could be not Pokemon. I don't know what this is. It's in foreign language, so somebody out there in the world can tell me. Not bad. It even came in a protective case from Card Hobby. I don't know exactly who they are and what they do. We got this from CGC. They had a place downstairs for VIPs to do their stuff downstairs. It's pretty cool. They had their own space down there, and plus they had their booth upstairs. Somebody was saying that this is a prominent artist. They like TNT and some other stuff, so I have to take their word for it. And then CGC upstairs, Mike goes, I had cards laying out, saw the Pete. I was looking through it. This was, so Mike got that for me. Appreciate it. Pete Alonso 8. Don't have that graded, so I'll take it. And then Sunday, because I had a question for him. Maybe it was Saturday. It was Saturday. And he picked up the Executioner card game for Star Wars Destiny card game, Way of Force 10. So I was very happy. I was like, hell yeah. First off, I don't buy those cards. I never picked one up before, and he knows I collect Stormtroopers. So awesome. I mean, if you're going to get free stuff, get stuff that fits your PC, right? So thank you. I think the VIP, and then I got some of the free autos. I did get a Bob Lilly. He was taking so long. I have Bob Lilly stuff. So I had Carlos Baerga, and I misplaced it. And of course, I found it when I came home. I would have liked to got his auto for free, on Saturday. You get wild cards, but I already had Carlos Baerga, and I saw Corey Snyder. I didn't really see anybody else that was free that I could have used my wild cards on that would be worth wasting time, floor time to go get. Because normally I would have tried to get all of them in years past. So next is going to be picked up some Virginia buttons, very cheap. 94 Texas Christian. Remember this Sugar Bowl very well. 91. That's Jeff George. For Tennessee, they kind of whooped our butts in that one. I heard Rocky Top more than I wanted ever to hear it again. So have it with that. Next is, I'll just start going through my PC stuff. So this is like stuff that really, it's PC, but, for smaller reasons. I found an autograph booth, on card, in-person autographs, and they were doing very cheap deals. AJ Przinsky, John Kruk. Mike always teased me all my John Kruks are on Padres. So now I got a John Kruk Phillies card. One of my favorite sets there. Storm Davis, 84. Storm Davis, 83. I used to love some Storm Davis. Mike Devereaux. This is one like an iconic card for Mike Devereaux. And I had another one. I saw this one. I had to get this one. So Al Bummery, one of my favorite players of the 70s and early 80s. Center fielder. Like I said, very cheap. Then the 74. I think that's his rookie card, if I'm not mistaken. So when I saw rookies autoed, I was trying to pick those up for the prices. He wasn't pricing the rookie cards any differently. Scott McGregor, Doug DeCinces, which people might know on other teams as well. The great Rick Dempsey, just great catcher for the Orioles. Tippy Martinez, very good pitcher. Glenn Davis, power slugger. Was kind of Chris Davis before Chris Davis was around. Mike Boddicker, great pitcher. Greg Zahn. So, of course, I like to get catchers, especially full geared. Tim Stoddard. Just remembered him in the great early 80s teams. Ken Singleton was known in that time. David Segui. Wow, what a guy that was hyped coming up and had a great career. Had a good career, not a good career, but very hyped coming up. Gary Renicky. Billy Ripken. Greg Olson, which was a great pitcher. And there was a Greg Olson catcher too, but I don't have that one. The great Jamie Moyer, who I think pitched 4 decades, if not 5. Chris Hoyles. Love Chris Hoyles. Barry Lyons. Tim Foley with the Mets. Mike Hampton. Rick Cerrone. Darryl Boston. Neil Allen. Wally Backman. Mackie Sasser. Great. Me and Dave talked about him. Tim Tuffle. Turk Wendell. Travis Bernard on his rookie card, which on the Gypsy Queen, love the Gypsy Queens. Todd Pratt, which somebody got for free, and I couldn't figure out who it was, but now I got a Todd Pratt. Backup catcher for a couple of years. Dave Magadan. Rated rookie of Ron Darling. Hojo. Love Hojo. Frank Viola, which I have him with the Twins, but I didn't have him with the Mets. Lenny Dykstra, which I have a couple of. I just don't have that one. Jesse Orozco. Now, I picked these up at a different table. Ron Darling. I just thought these pristines were beautiful. Earl Weaver, who I loved back in the day. Now we're just going to get into some of my Cal Ripken's PC. Cal Ripken there. This gold foil out of 199. Heritage. This pristine bat relic, which I don't collect much relics, but I got a great deal on these. Now we're going to get to my David Wrights. Mike found this for me. It's numbered out of 25. So they had it at 75. And I go, it's kind of plain. I didn't say that. It's a definitive too. So I was like, would you do 50? And I thought I was going to get laughed away from the table. And without hesitation, it took 50. A baseball card I'd never seen before. David Wright and Jeter. Out of Baseball Heroes. Now, this is a local guy from where I lived. He also managed Rangers and Orioles, or pitching coach with the, or bullpen coach with Cubs and Yankees. He also played quite a few years in the majors. I was friends with his son. That's Johnny Oates, who passed away way too young, and a little bit of a tragic story. I should have had this one with my Mets, but Juan Sabota, which I picked up a couple of times. This is going to be some random stuff. So Michelle Wee, just loved watching Michelle Wee, and that's got her married name on there, West. Mike got this for me, the Mike Scott with the ugly patch. Love it. Cliff Floyd, I just love this card, and I like Cliff Floyd, so pick that up. This is my other Ron Sabota, which came in Topps Clear, I think. I can't remember what set that was in. So that one was beautiful. Same set. Lance Parrish. I didn't have a Lance Parrish auto. What better way to have it? Let's see. I did have. Let me hold on to this one. So I got one other. Then a value box pickups. Piazza with Glavin, which I didn't have that one. Trout. I got this for my catcher PC. Then I picked up a Troy Aikman traded rookie from '89. So some great pickups there. Very happy with those. Like I said, some randomness. Just trying to fill some holes of stuff I don't have. And I didn't pay a lot for these. This was like getting to be Saturday afternoon, and you'll see why. So I am doing a D Baker auto PC for clones. He voiced all the clones. So I picked up Crosshair and Hunter. I have a couple of Hunters, but didn't have this one. And these autos have been going up for D Baker. I was picking them up rather cheaply. These ain't expensive. I actually got them below comps, and very happy with those. Stormtrooper and a 7 sticker, which I thought was pretty good. Stickers are hard to come by. The 77 Darth Vader in a 7. For Robert, picked up a couple of Japanese cards, one of Ichiro, and then one of Yamamoto. And then I did pick up a Thurman Munson rookie this weekend for my catchers. I just picked up a random Frank Thomas because it was $10 in a box. I thought it was a good buy. And this is I didn't have an auto of him. Loved this card. They had a lot of these Negro League cards there. I stayed away only for the fact I can't buy everything. You can't have really FOMO when you go to these card shows because you'll just spend all your money. You got to kind of stay focused. Like I said, this was Saturday evening. So Monty Irving, I know he signs a lot, but still card I'm very happy to have. Represents a couple of different things for me in my collection. So next up is going to be Ken Griffey stuff that I picked up out of just value boxes. Couldn't believe that was 3. Got some nice cuts. I have this one, but I love to have another one. The one I have is graded. So now I have one in my, and this is one of those metals. And the one I have, I don't think it has the protective on there. And then I did see the Mother Cookies graded. It is a Beckett graded, but still, I'll take it. So I was very happy with that. Just totally very happy with that one. That card was a little more expensive when I was looking for it before. 9.5 Beckett, and I got it cheap. It wasn't that expensive. And then they cut off like, I forgot, like 20% more you bought. And I kept going back to that table because I was getting such good deals. Here's some more randomness I got. These were $1 a piece. The guy was trying to throw in other stuff. I just didn't want it. That type of table. So I got the Mets, Ripken, and Expos. And this is something I'll just keep packaged, display them somewhere just to have. Really, really just thought they were pretty cool for $1 a piece. That's more of a decorative thing than anything else. Let's go through my Johnny benches next. So another value box. Some stuff I know I didn't have. These, which are newer products. When I'm looking for Johnny's, it's more of stuff that I'm looking for in playing days. Now this one, it's a Kmart. I'm a sucker for that. But all of these I pretty much had, but these were so beautiful and I got them cheap. I did not have these two, not at all. These are two I might look at to grade. I don't know. They're off centered. I don't know yet. But man, beautiful condition cards, very cheap. It felt like we were talking there like 70s, later 70s, mid 70s up to that mid 80s there. Cards were kind of lost and forgotten. Their prices were all over the place. Some people were valuing them very high. Some people were $1, $2. The graded stuff was all over the place. That was the era of card that was kind of, and that's in my wheelhouse for cards I'm looking for. I was finding George Brett's and Yount rookies just all over the place. And I was just kind of trying to get a feel, not really looking for them this time, but that's something I have on my list of rookies of that era that I want. Johnny Bench. That's why I picked up one this time of Thurman Munson. I thought I got a good deal on it, and it came down even more. One of my favorite cards. That reminds me of the baseball bunch when you kneel down and talk to the kids. This is a great card where he's about to get blasted at the plate. In action, which I have quite a few of these, about all in the same feel of like how that one looks. And a couple of graded cards to add to my to the PSA registry. And I've talked about it before. It's kind of hard to find Johnny Bench graded stuff. If it is, it's a 10 out of my price range. So I was happy to get this. This is a great card of his. Running over, catching a foul ball, 73. Really like that picture of his. And this, I love 74. I'm collecting 71, but I would love to collect 74 set. That's really when my first cards in my collection. I have this, but they're beaters. This one is a very nice 8. Crispy, loved it, and was affordable. So pick those up for my registry. Let's get into let's do Star Wars and some other stuff given away, which I was going to do earlier. I'm just going to fly through this. So I did open up a Don Ross box. So I got some Panini cards. Nothing spectacular. Young and Richardson. Nothing great on those. But trying to find where to throw those at. Swerve Strickland, which on the upper deck, I did buy a box of golf to buy this. So I got a couple of cards. I like the Tiger Woods, Strickland. I did get a couple of top shelf rookies, Cooley and Fantilli. I think how you say that. But neither one blew me away. Then I did buy Sapphire. Nothing too dramatic in that. just very nice looking. Love that picture there. Another classic picture. Another classic picture. This one will get graded, of course. So another classic speeder. R2D2, you know, that's a classic. Again, Princess Leia and her slave. Don't know why these are in there, got mixed in. This is from the Black series, Dexter Jetzer, Beaumont Ken. Did also get these two, which I didn't have a place to put them. Imperial Guard. I could have put that in a regular. And then I got a Bamboo Frick at a 125. I did get a Mandalorian somewhere. Hope I haven't lost that one. I would be very upset. I had a Mandalorian somewhere. Now, where is the operative term? If you see me freaking out, it's for a good reason. Don't think I gave it to anybody to grade. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to hunt for that. My stomach is turning over. I have a Mandalorian orange to 25. Oh, okay. I see what happened. I see. Put it in here for protection. Ooh, forgot what I did. Doing stuff late at night. Low gray out of 99. Mandalorian out of 25. This was my biggest card out of the Star Wars. Very happy to have that. That will be going to be graded along with probably the low gray. So very happy with that. Whew, stomach turned over there for a minute. I was nervous. So I got a couple in this one too, I guess. Yeah, so I got the out of 10, I thought I did, of the Gamorrean Guard, which I don't like this one as much as I do out of the Mandalorian or Boba Fett series. And then I got the Serious Situation out of 75. And Sapphire, which you can't really tell. It's more of aqua. So very, very happy to get those. And then my autos out of the black was Claude, which I believe already have this one. I just don't have it in the black series. That's out of 25 orange. And then I got Deck Officer Didson Cord. So at least he has a name. I believe he's from Rogue One, if I remember correctly. So I did get that. And then my silver packs got a nice Princess Leia, which from Return of the Jedi, beautiful Darth Vader. I love their silver packs. These were incredible. I actually got 2 maces and gave one to Big Smooth. Han Solo. C-3PO. And I love that they're character cards. Love that. And then I got a Rey. So they had very nice cards for the silver pack. I was happy with that. And had to resort later. I did pick up, like out of a bulk, I did pick up a Kusunushima. Got it very cheap, almost a throw-in. So very happy with that one. Even though he's got issues. He's not with the caps anymore, but at least the autograph is with the caps. He's very fast skater. So now we're going to do my Gary Carters. I guess this was I picked up one Pete Alonso Green Masterworks. I don't believe I had that one, so I picked it up. Mike let me know about the City short print of Gary Carter out of this past Platinum. Love that card. Picked up a couple of these swatches. Didn't mean to, but got them cheap. Didn't think I had it, and picked up two by accident out of the same box. Picked up another mem card bat out of Pristine. It's all from the same dealer, and then picked up this card as well. Great deal. I walked away with a huge stack. Started over $200. Got it for like $80, $81, something like that. This is what I was talking to you before. This is like out of a booklet. It's French Canadian General Mills card, and it's got Doc Gooden on one side, and then it has Gary Carter. I really want to get this graded, but they're going to grade this side, or at least have this side up, and this side will be on the back. I don't know if I write front or whatever. I would like to have the Gary Carter on front. Or write a note. I guess we could put notes in there, right? So get it graded that way. Gary Carter Leaf. Now, I know I have these, but these were just beautiful cards. This will probably go in my catcher collection. Love the 70s Carters. Just beautiful, beautiful cards. Yeah, okay. You're going to see this one again here in a minute. One of my favorite photos. Just beautiful, beautiful. Again, $1, $2 cards. I couldn't leave them there. They were nicely centered, nicely just looked very good. Oh, Johnny Bench got snuck into my I got my peanut butter and my chocolate there. We'll get the Johnny Benches later. Love these Drakes. And then I added to my on-card Gary Carter collection. Somebody's like, how far do you want? How many you need? I need a lot. I mean, because not everything I get is tops. I'm just looking for playing days. I'm not on a registry or anything. This is JSA. We talked to CGC. Don't really like their setup for grading. I'm going to have to, or at least get it encapsulated. I don't really need it graded. I just want to authenticate it in a capsule, encapsulate. But I have to pay for it again to get JSA. So my first ticket encapsulated, I got one other ticket in my collection. This is game 4 of the 86 World Series. Full ticket. Gary Carter hits 2 home runs in this game. Big game for a Gary Carter fan. I did look at game 6. I looked at a game 5 of the Buckner. Something to look for later. They were quite more expensive than this one. But this one was a good chunk of money as well. Not the most I spent on one item, but it's very, very close. But when you have a Carter collection, like cards, and I've got to start looking for stuff like this now to enrich it, right? To versify it. This and actual memorabilia. So that's what I'm on the lookout now for Gary Carter. Love that piece. Did get a cut auto that I didn't have. So very cheap. Guy even came down in price because I had to go and buy this to put it in. He didn't even have a top loader. So I went right over to find something to put it in. Love that one. And now let's see. We're getting to the tail end of what I picked up. So did pick up some Clementes to work on my Clemente run. So 1963 National League batting leaders. National League RBI leaders. And this was a 3.5. And I mean, I think it's because it's got a marker on the back. I didn't care. It looked very good, but that's my first Dick Allen card. And this one, 1967 batting leaders with Matty Alou. Then the 1967 Topps card. 1968 Manager's Dream, which this was a tough one to find, and every one of them were off like that. Every one of them. So I love borders. I don't need to be perfectly centered. I did meet Double D. Don't need to be perfectly centered, but I like to at least see the sides. I got the All-Star for 68. This one here is a kind of a toughie too for me to find. That was decent looking. For some reason, a lot of them had a lot of creases and stuff. 1959 Topps Corsair outfield trio. Skinner, Verdon, and Clemente. This one I've seen quite a bit, just never picked it up. Finally got it in a 4. 1969 Topps decals. 1970 Roberto Clemente. So now I need in just a base run. So you saw I just didn't get base cards, all kinds in his playing days. His base run, I need a 63, 64, and 71. I have the 71 in my 71 set, but not in my 70, not in my Clemente set. Could have got them at any time. I just was buying other stuff too. This is my first exhibit in my collection. So checked off 2 boxes. Got this in a 4, Roberto Clemente, and it's got the stats on the back. And I had a couple of vintage guys say that was the first time they saw stats on the back. So I was happy with that. So 1982 exhibits, Roberto Clemente statistics on back, and a very good, excellent 4. Again, I don't know how they grade. I don't even see a crease on this one. But anyway, a little stainage on the back, maybe discoloration. I don't care. Looks good to me. Very happy to have an exhibit with Clemente on it. I saw some at a show in Hickory. No, I saw some at a show here in Winston-Salem. Guy had a ton of exhibits, and they were all just crazy price. I was like, you can keep them. So something I started here at a show here in Winston-Salem. I bought my first Mickey Cochran. Here is the Mickey Cochran that came home with me. On this one, a 1934 to 36 Diamond Stars Mickey Cochran. I have 2 more that are getting sent to SGC that I just left with Mike. He had a bulk submission, so I left them there along with what I got coming up now, a player coming up now, and I have 4 cards. I can't remember all. I'm forgetting what the 4th one is. But yeah, so I have a couple of more Mickeys coming back for me. So I have that. I bought this from the same guy that I got the Johnny Bench Prestige or whatever meat company card from. So he worked out a deal for us. Very happy to add that Mickey Cochran to my collection. And then, boy, oh boy, when I told you I was going to look for Roy Campanella, I looked for Roy Campanella. That was one of my prime targets to start his run and graded run. Oh, that's with the 4th. The 4th is a Roy Campanella that I picked up raw. So I got this 54 or 51, Campanella 2. Love that card. Love it. Look at there. Just, man, it felt good. This was a fun week. This is why, like Saturday and Sunday, I started doing a little bit different. Looking for a little bit. I mean, I got these at great deals. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't have bought them. It was so much of. It's one thing about this vintage. It's not rare. It's just finding it where you can afford it. That's the rarity of it. 1953 Roy Campanella, very good to excellent floor. When I saw this 53, the way it was centered, again, I bought quite a bit from one dealer, vintage. Hooked me up with a great deal and gave me a koozie. Usually one guy that I can't get a good deal from, and I did. 1963 or 50, yeah. What the heck? I can't read. My eyes. Yeah, 53. I thought it was 53. Roy Campanella, 4.5. Again, all centered, but it's got the edges. What I was looking for was making sure no creases in the picture. The picture was bright and colorful. I know this set is known for that, as well as this next card I'm going to show, which I'm not the only one that bought this card. I saw a couple other people show them off during their show off. This is the 60. I won't be wrong again. Yeah, 6. I got to get my cheater. 57. Geez, I knew that too. I knew it wasn't 60s. 57 tops, Roy Campanella, and a 4. Just beautiful card. That year with the stadium pictures in the background and stuff, just beautiful. This one here, this was one of the first ones I was kind of looking for. And this was the first one. This was the one that kicked off my day for Roy. Kicked off my weekend, I should say. So Roy Campanella, there is a little crease here, but when you're holding an arm's length, you can't see it. 3.5. Story on this one real quick as I go past an hour. There was 2 of these in the same case. Both of them 3.5 SGC. This one was marked at $69.99. The other one at $140.99. I looked at this one at $60. They took it without hesitation. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I didn't even look at the other one. But when I saw that, I knew at that price, because again, I was looking up stuff before I left just to make sure, kind of get an idea of where I was looking. I knew that Bowman was going to give me more bang for my buck than the tops, but I ended up getting some tops too, which I was very happy with. And this one here is the 1954 New York Journal American Roy Campanella. Just never saw this, never seen something from this. So something else that I checked off a couple of boxes with, a player that I have in my PC now. I'm so happy to say that I have Roy Campanella in my PC, along with Mickey Cochran. You know, I love my catchers. I love the connections when I start looking. Just the love of it. My dad, huge Brooklyn Dodgers fan. So when I was showing him, he had a smile on his face. Love this. And that is going to be, I believe, my last card. I will have some more stuff that I bought from Mike during the National, and before the National that I got at the National. I'll talk more about that when I do my pickups next week. And then I'll put a nice bow on everything on Saturday, talking about everything. But this is it. This is my pickups. If you stuck it out the whole hour, I appreciate you. I hope you watched it in bits. Comment more than once if you want to on each section you watch. But I feel like I did very well. I came back with money. I had more money than I thought, but I think I made my money work for me, and was happy with that. Again, I'll go in more depth on Saturday. So please like, share, tell a friend, hit one of the thumbs. I don't care which. Comment, what you got, or what was your favorite piece that I bought, and please check me out on Saturday when I put the ending on my national. So until then, like I've already said that, please subscribe if you haven't. And thank you again for watching. And I will see ya.